Senate has approved the chairman of the Code of Conduct Tribunal, Danladi Umar, over alleged gross misconduct. This decision was made pursuant to Section 157, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, which empowers the Senate to remove key public officials following due process. The sacking followed a closed-door session lasting over 1.5 hours. Upon resumption of plenary, the Senate announced that more than 84 lawmakers supported the decision. The motion leading to Umar's removal was sponsored by the Senate leader, Opeyemi Bamidele, who highlighted the pivotal role of the CCT in maintaining high standard of morality and accountability in government. Bamidele stated, "The Code of Conduct Tribunal, as a statutory institution, is expected to uphold virtues of integrity, probity, and accountability. However, the Code of Conduct of Mr. Yakubu Danladi Umar has fallen short of these requisite standards for a public officer entrusted with such responsibilities." He added that the Senate has been inundated with series of petitions and allegations of corruption, misconduct against the chairman, a situation that necessitated the 9th Senate, through the Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions, to invite him to series of its investigative hearings in order to unravel the circumstances surrounding those allegations. I would love to get your thoughts about this. You're a public speaker. What's your thoughts about this CCT chairman removal?
Okay, Danladi, right?
Yes.
Actually, when this whole thing came up, I was surprised. I didn't know that Nigerians are still tolerating Mr. Danladi, the Code of Conduct Bureau chairman, or whatever. What actually happened is we have seen the man conduct himself in a hotshot manner. We look at the case that had to do with Onogen, the former Chief Justice of the Federation, Justice Onogen, and the way he conducted himself, the way he went about it. I mean, there was no professionalism in what he did. It was as if he was acting out a script. And Nigerians said so at the time. So that we will still have that man in place. And I must congratulate the Senate for them to come up, to have the courage to ask the man to step out. You know, at this point, it is actually for the sanity of that bureau. Listen to what Opeyemi Bamidele said, that somebody in his position is supposed to be seen by Nigerians as upholding the virtues of integrity, probity, and things like that. And he said they have had series of petitions. And for these petitions, they have called the man several times to talk with him. And in the first place, there is something is instructive here. The fact that they've had several petitions and have had several meetings with him means that there have been calls repeatedly. They have been making that call repeatedly for him to change his ways, to adjust his style of leadership at the bureau. And clearly, I must confess, the man is a very proud man. That's the impression I have of him. I'm sorry. That's the impression I have of him. But the fact that they've been calling him, the Senate have been talking with him, and nothing changed. I mean, it is only wise. I think the Senate have done the right thing. He should give us some space.
Okay, you're saying that his removal is to the good of the...
It's for the good of the nation. It's for the good of the nation. It's for the good of that institution. Because if we are going to build institutions, which is what we have been talking about, that in a democracy you have to build institutions. Building these institutions means that the institutions will will uphold the standards, you know, the standards that the standards that the law did put together, the conditions that necessitated their establishment. It's not about individuals. The problem we've been having is that the individuals are too strong, are stronger than the institutions, and that is wrong. It's not good for our democracy. And so, if that has happened, it means that he was abusing his office. So, it is good that he should be removed.
Okay.
We need strong institutions in this country for our democracy to work.
Thank you about your thoughts on that. But according to the allegations, they said that he has had series of misconduct, and it has been brought to the notice of the Senate several times, and then he decided not to take a step, like change it. Do you think that there was a reason why several times there has been a sitting over the same issue, and then he decided not to change his way? Do you think that there was a reason for that attitude over the CCC chairman's removal? Do you think that there was a reason why he decided to keep on with that same attitude?
It's the same thing we've been saying. He maybe, I just say maybe he thought he's a sacred cow. Maybe he has been conducting himself with such impunity because he had the impression that nothing will happen to him, or that nobody will do anything about his flagrant abuse of his office. But the Senate have been very courageous. If we do not begin to call people like that, people who conduct themselves with such impunity while in office, if we do not begin to call them, if we don't have the courage to call them to order.
Just like section 157, subsection 1 says.
Yes. If we don't have the courage to call them to order, the whatever they are doing, they will continue to do it. And they say power corrupts and absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. It will get to a point when they will make a mockery of our democracy. Democracy is actually the rule of law. The law rules. So if there is
you said democracy is the rule of law.
It's about the rule of law. Yes. Yes. In this situation, let me tell you why. He has been called to order because he violated
the Code of Conduct.
The conditions
that were set.
Yes, that were set in the course of time when the institution was established, so to say, was established. And if he was called to order several meetings, there were petitions, and then he did not retrace his steps, it means he has been conducting himself with impunity. If we continue down that road, what will happen is that people like Danladi will make a mockery of our democracy.
And then others that actually look up to him, or the younger ones would feel that since it's been condoned for a long time, it means, okay, this is...
They will conclude that that's the way to go.
Okay.
So they will make like I said, they will make a mockery of our democracy. We don't want that. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much about your thoughts. With us here, we have Honorable. He is a socio-political analyst. He is no other than Honorable Churchill Ali. It's a pleasure to have you here with us, sir.
My own pleasure.
You're welcome. I want to get your thoughts. About this CCTV chairman removal. What do you have to say about this?
Okay, in Nigeria, the problem we have in Nigeria is our constitution. Our constitution has kept us where we are today. In this side where we have so much power invested in one particular office and also so many offices. If really our National Assembly will wake up and understand that they are the law, the makers of the law of this nation, they will have so many things to be correcting. they will have so many things to be correcting. We are talking about the CCT today. We are not also talking about, there are so many places where we have lapses. The EFCC will have lapses. Most of these institutions are being used by politicians, mostly when it comes to the presidency, to attack one or two, maybe these few that are not their loyalists.
Can you elaborate on that?
No, when I'm talking about, like EFCC, you know, EFCC is an institution that is supposed to be the watchdog of every person in Nigeria. EFCC is supposed to look into the affairs and the criminal activities of everybody, no matter your status. But there are some certain persons that they look into their activities. Like if you are not, if you are a businessman in Nigeria and you are doing your business, you are not working together with the presidency or the upper powers, you will be checkmate. What about those ones that are doing illegal businesses? What about the politicians that are involved in corruption? The Code of Conduct today, we are looking at it. Me, I'm not against the removal. But what I am looking at is if the National Assembly will do what they are supposed to do.
And not just focus on...
Not focus on a particular... They should do what they are supposed to do. To touch the areas where we will relieve, where we will redeem the pride of our country.
What are those areas that has
when we're talking about the areas, I've mentioned EFCC now.
Why did you say the Senate should
okay, they are the law. They are the makers of the law. Like I told somebody, I said, the problem of Nigeria started since our constitution is due for amendment, and they did what they did. The people that went there 2011, that went there, they believed that they did amendment. What they did was nonsense. What are the problems of this country? We should look at persons that will sit down and know the problem of this country and the solution to the problem of the country. The problem of this country is not the CCT only. Neither will I say here now that is the EFCC only. We know the problem of this country. And that is the reason why people were agitating that the face of these politicians now should be removed for bright new faces to come.
I still want you to hit on something. You talked about the National Assembly probing on the EFCC, Economic Financial Crime Commission. Why did you make that statement?
Okay, let me come to that.
Okay.
You know, EFCC is supposed to be a body that will always account to the nation. Most of the activities, we hear it, we see it on the social media. And we believe that at the end of these their investigations, that they should tell Nigeria that we realize the sum of this amount. And this amount should be sent back to the Treasury. And when they look at it, they will find out that because they have been paid by the national, by the nation treasury. So when we are talking about all these parastatals, all these institutions, we should look at, you understand, what they are doing and how they will redeem the face of Nigeria. See, the name Nigeria is a very big name. When you come to the African nation, it's a very big name. The continent we are talking about, the African continent, Nigeria is one of the biggest, the largest. Nigeria has the resources that can make Nigeria better than what we are today. We have all the resources. God bless Nigeria with all the resources. Nigeria has gold. Nigeria has everything. Nigeria has oil. Nigeria has cocoa. Nigeria has palm oil, that is kernel. Nigeria has everything. Nigeria is a rich country when we talk about food. But why are we at the place we are? Because we have not found out the problem of the country and looking at the solution. The problem of Nigeria is not the CCT. So they should not be thinking that I will stand to praise them, that they have done well by removing the CCT chairman. No. The Code of Conduct Bureau chairman is not the problem of Nigeria. I am of the opinion that Nigeria should find out the problem of Nigeria and look at the solution to the problem of Nigeria. And until we look at the solution to the problem of Nigeria, Nigeria remains the way it is. Instead of we counting up, we are counting down. Look at Nigerian currency competing with dollar at the rate of 1,700 and something, and people are happy. To $1. And you call yourself, some persons will sit down and say they are president, some persons will sit down, they have office, somebody will say he's a minister for finance. And we know the problem we have. How much was $1 when Buhari left? You know, when we start coming out to talk about the problem of Nigeria, it's affecting us. Coming from my house now, before you buy a fuel that will take you to the place you are going to, it should be a business place you are going to get back the money. But before this time, people can just take somebody, drive out somebody to hospital, and take somebody to anywhere they want to go, and go for leisure with their cars. What is the problem of this country? It's not the CCT. I'm not against them removing the CCT chairman. Yes, I can be against them. But they should look at the problem of Nigeria. Because we will not continue the way we are now.
Thank you very much.